Right now at 3, new developments in the war in the Middle East. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. U.S. Central Command released this video saying it shows strikes on Iranian mine layers and other vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. And we've all been seeing those gas prices climbing as oil traffic through that crucial waterway is at a virtual standstill. And the Dow dropped another 289 points today. The International Energy Agency plans to release 400 million barrels of oil from its reserves to lower gas prices. Well, that said, the price of crude went up today. And a big shocker, Iran says it's withdrawing its team from the World Cup. They were set to play here in L.A. NBC4's Mekahlo Medina is live at SoFi Stadium with reaction from fans. But first, NBC4 investigative reporter Eric Leonard is tracking reports about possible plans for Iranian drone attacks on California. Eric, so many of us have been hearing information that's been circling around. How credible is this threat?
In short, not credible at all. And we're told this is one of numerous scenarios that have been discussed at length and considered by local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies even before the U.S. military action against Iran began. Our law enforcement sources have told us that the idea of swarms of drones that could be launched from a ship offshore to hit California in retaliation for the U.S. attacks is not credible. And there are no known specific threats to California from Iran specifically. But that said, Governor Gavin Newsom said the state's operations center is aware of this report, and it's been in contact with police all over the state.
Drone issues have been always top of mind, and we've assembled some work groups specifically around those concerns. But that's all I'll share at the moment. I have nothing more insightful beyond just what's been reported.
Intelligence bulletins that were shared among federal and local law enforcement towards the end of February contemplated the possibility of drone attacks in the U.S., but it's considered raw intelligence information. It was not vetted or verified. And our law enforcement contacts tell us it was really part of a wider discussion about what to consider, what could happen if the Iranian government attempted to either inspire or carry out violence on U.S. soil. Along with drones, improvised explosives and digital attacks were being discussed. The U.S. Justice Department says Iranian operatives have tried unsuccessfully to cause harm here in the U.S. In fact, there were 2 plots disrupted in 2024. One was an alleged murder-for-hire effort to hire someone to try to assassinate the president. The other was an attempt to hire a hitman to murder an Iranian-American activist in Brooklyn. And in that case, a man was convicted just recently and sentenced to prison. So, again, our contacts are telling us they don't believe the drones from a ship idea is credible. There's no specific information this was being planned. And at the moment, they say there are no threats to California. Live in the newsroom, I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News. Back to you.
Hey, Eric, thank you for staying on top of that. Meantime, Iran says it will not play in the World Cup as a war with the U.S. and Israel escalates. If you've been following the schedule, you know the team was set to play 2 group stage games at SoFi Stadium this summer. NBC4's Mekahlo Medina is live at SoFi Stadium with what this could mean for the tournament and, of course, for fans who already have tickets. And, Mac, what comes to mind is the disappointment soccer fans are feeling, especially within the Iranian community.
Yeah, we have a big Iranian population here in Southern California. No doubt they were going to be excited about Group G. 2 matches, as you mentioned, expected here at SoFi. They're going to play against Belgium and New Zealand. And now Iranian officials saying that the team will not take part in the World Cup, creating uncertainty for the tournament, obviously, and also for those fans here in Southern California.
They persevered with that.
This was the qualifying match that secured Iran a spot in the World Cup. The video posted on YouTube by FIFA. 2 of Iran's World Cup games, including the opening group match, was scheduled to be played right here at SoFi. But the country says escalating conflict with the United States is changing all of that. Iran's sports minister said in an interview with state TV that the country cannot compete after the assassination of their leader by U.S. forces. He said in part, under no circumstances can we participate in the World Cup. Our children are not safe, and fundamentally, such conditions for participation do not exist. President Trump, in the meantime, had reassured the head of FIFA that Iran could participate in the World Cup as recently as Tuesday, despite the ongoing war. It comes a day after 6 members of the Iranian women's national soccer team defected in Australia after remaining silent during their national anthem during the tournament there. Iran media had called the players traitors. FIFA had not confirmed the men's team is officially out of the tournament just yet, but but they would have to replace the team in Group G. Possible replacements could include Iraq or even the United Arab Emirates, two teams that narrowly missed the qualification in Asia. The situation also raises a lot of questions for fans, especially here in Southern California, who may have already bought tickets for those matches at SoFi. It's unclear if FIFA would offer refunds or exchanges if the team's schedule to play changes.
Now, we've also reached out to FIFA to get more information on exactly what is the process. Have they officially got the withdrawal from Iran or not? We're waiting to hear back from them. We are told they are working on a response. We also reached out to the FIFA LA committee. They declined comments, referring everything to FIFA. Again, not officially confirming anything with Iran right now. So at this moment, Iran remains in the World Cup. But of course, that could change considering that they've announced they will no longer play. We're live at SoFi. I'm Mekahlo Medina, NBC4 News.